whole Webbot prediction, the tipping point. Clif High is this guy who has this software designed to pick up on unique language, and it's all based on the idea that humans are intuitively psychic, and that we sort of see things coming before they actually happen, and we express this through our language. And since humans use pretty much a limited amount of words, a limited vocabulary in any given language, any unique words, any unique phrases, any deviation from that language is something that's picked up by the software, and he claims to be able to use the software to tap into the social consciousness, and that allows him to see what's coming ahead. And he's claimed to made plenty of predictions, although I haven't seen him hit very often at all. He was talking about the Israeli mistake, and when that didn't happen, he basically said that his monkey mind misinterpreted, and it was actually the oil spill crisis, the Gulf oil spill crisis. He does that a lot. He basically makes a prediction, it doesn't happen, and then something else happens, and he associates the failed prediction with that prediction. Now, like I said, if this tipping point happened, he said it's going to be bigger than 9/11. A tipping point, a change, bigger than 9/11. You can listen to him on the radio and whatever. Well, you can find him on YouTube. So if he was actually correct, I would have came out on the video and I would have said, you know what, this guy was right and I was wrong this time. Now, let me note that I agree that the dollar will die. I agree that there will be a dollar crisis at some point. I still think it's very possible that it could happen this year. I still think that a lot of this stuff can happen. I'm still concerned about a possible terrorist attack. These are some things I'm still concerned about. However, I don't pretend or claim to be able to see the future in any kind of way, or at least tap into any type of consciousness that's related to viewing what's coming ahead. These are just my best guess based on what's happening around me, what I'm seeing in the news. So that's really what it is. It's just one person's guess. When I'm right, I'm right, and when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't try to pretend like, I was right when I was wrong. I don't have any problem talking about when I'm wrong. In fact, I'm usually the first person to talk about that. So not only do I want to get your opinion on this Webbot situation, but on a tipping point, because I remember there's a lot of things he said. He said he found language regarding Obama being critically injured or killed in the early, somewhere in January or February 2010. That's what he saw it happen. That's what the language indicated, according to Clif High. He was talking about this last year, towards the end of last year, and I remember it very specifically. There's a lot of predictions like that he talked about. He talked about the dollar dying sometime between November 2009 and 2010, November 2010. He said it's going to take a year for the dollar to really die. Now, we're definitely seeing some really bad signs with the dollar, so we'll see if it happens. I would not be surprised, but the thing is, this guy collects $10 for his report. He sells his report for $10. So I look at it differently than, somebody like myself making predictions or expectations on YouTube, in that since he charges $10 for it, there's a certain expectation of accuracy. Some people claim that he's 50% accurate. I don't really see that. If you see differently, then please let me know. But this is what I've seen so far. The mystery missile, we've had more people come out, more real experts come out and say that this was not an airplane. First, the military, the Pentagon, NORAD had no clue what it was, which sort of raises questions. For about 12 hours, they didn't have an answer. They were like, oh. For those of you who don't know, a big object appeared over the skies of California. It appeared to be coming out of the water. It appeared as if it was coming from the ocean. And people were speculating that it was a missile launched from a submarine, which is what I thought it was. I thought it was a Chinese missile. Wayne Madsen actually believes it's Chinese as well, because he has some experience in the Navy, and based on the plumes it was creating, how dirty and brown they were, they're more likely used by more crude fuel cells, and Americans tend to use cleaner ones that sort of give out this clear or bluish type. But he's not the only guy who's come out and spoke about this whole missile situation. There's another general, Tom McNary. He came out and he basically said the government was inaccurate. It was not an airplane. It was a missile. This is a former 3-star general who spoke out on Fox News. I'll put a link to that in my description box. I'll also put a link to the actual video. There's also somebody who came on a Russia TV who claimed that there's another doctor who claimed that it was most likely not a ballistic missile. So we're getting conflicted reports right here. And then, of course, there's former Deputy Secretary of Defense Robert Ellsworth, who believed that it could have been a test fire for ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile from a U.S. submarine. I don't believe that at all, because it doesn't make any sense for Americans to be firing a missile. I don't think it's accidental, because the procedure for firing a missile is so complicated. It takes a number of people involved. It can't be accidentally fired. It's not like you can push a red button or anything. So that's ridiculous. And why would the Americans fire off a missile off of California? What purpose does that serve? You know, if China was to do that, then it would show that China's capability. That would make more sense to me. But the U.S. fired a missile like that? Come on, it doesn't make any sense to me. So you guys tell me what else you found about that. So far, it looks like the government is completely full of it. Guys, I'm going to be on Blog TV tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's the 14th of November, if you're watching today. All right, guys, have a good day. And remember, the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Bye.